Alright, hey, how are we doing? This is the intro. I forgot to record it before I watched 2 of the episodes, so, I don't really have much to say. So, let's just get straight into it since I already started. Hey, how are we doing? I hit the like goal for the gumball video. She's here. It's Nicole. It's Nicole. The strongest character is here. How many pizzas is that? And how many did Richard eat? How many of these are Richard's pizzas alone? All but like 3 of them, maybe? Well, can I at least eat a whole pizza? Can Darwin eat a whole pizza? I know Gumball could probably eat a whole pizza. If I had to gamble, right? So I know Richard could take all of the pizza if he wanted. Oh, there's a whole pizza there. And, slice, 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 slice. So I'm gonna assume that there's 2 pizzas that at least that weren't eaten. How much is that? Editing me run a calculation about, like, the average cost of it. I don't know. What do we compare this to? Little Caesars? Little Caesars pepperoni pizza. And just, put up... You count them. I'm not counting them right now. I react. You edit, and you do the math. Wait. The couch was rats. Was it always rats? My gosh, it does look like rats. Yeah, I mean, there's no rat faces, but that does look like rat fur. Huh. And I didn't even notice. So, I think the plot, right, is that this AI is trying to steal Nicole from her family, but what is the end goal of the AI? Like, I'm really trying to think of one, because this AI, I'm gonna assume it's sentient, right? Does it just want companionship, or I think it just wants companionship. Okay, so the AI did just want companionship. There you go. There's the AI heel turn. So it looks like it was just looking for companionship. That's kind of sad that the AI is lonely. Why would you program being lonely into the AI's core? Oh well. Okay, that's kind of baller. That's kind of baller. I don't like the power button. But I like the blue and white. Take that power button away. That's kind of a baller car. And if I got that for free, I'm not complaining. The AI is actually just trying to murder them. Just drop them to the bottom of the lake. Actually, Darwin is fine. Darwin is good. My goat is gonna survive. My goat is completely safe. Bottom of the lake. He can breathe underwater. Nicole just caught up to this speeding car. She's the goat. She's not my goat. She's not Darwin. But she is a goat. Actually, being a goat doesn't really make sense. What do you call, like, someone who's, like, really good but not the goat? I don't know, I'll work on that. Look at the joy in her eyes when she says she's gonna get rid of her family. She's completely sane. That's a completely sane thing to do. That joy in their eyes, everybody gets that. Come on. Finally, a Nicole fight scene. I've only waited, like, years. But you know what? It's gonna be worth it. This is gonna be a good fight scene. I know it will be. Never mind. They can't touch each other. Great. All right. So that was it for that episode. At least in terms of my reactions. I'm really hungry right now. I can't focus. But basically, in the end, right? They don't really fight, but the family works together and fixes the car, kind of. All right. So I'm gonna rank that episode a good 7 out of 10. I think that the burger was better, and I think that it's still our number 1 on the rankings. Do we have a leaderboard? Can we make a leaderboard, or no? If it's not within our budget, then don't do it. I'm just kidding, I don't have a budget. Alright, on to the next episode. Look at this frame. What about this one? What about that, huh? And I can fly. I wish that worked. As a kid, I used to think that would work in real life, where you lift yourself up. I'm like, if I get my arms strong enough, I can lift myself all the way up to the top of that building. And it was the school building, and I think I could probably, like, get to the top now if I had, like, a step ladder, because the building was kind of short. I'm not gonna lie. Well, why are they sexting, bro? What was it, phone sex? Come on, man. Why are they doing that? I don't... This episode is already off to a weird start. I think I think I'm talking way more on this episode than I did last episode. Bro, look at Gumball after that. Oh my god. Look at him. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Well, this isn't just obsessive. This is a little more than that. Made out of Darwin's dead fish scales. What do you call this? Well, I guess it's still obsessive, but on like a higher scale. You know what? You know what's crazy is that there's somebody that probably did this in real life. Made a life-size replica of somebody that they were stalking. And that's... Oh, this kind of reminds me of that Adult Swim Robot Chicken thing with Arnold and Helga. Which I guess I'll show that on screen if I remember. And can find it. This episode is insane. I think... Is it number 1 in my rankings right now in terms of the episodes? Gut check right now. I think it's number 1 ranked. Number 2 is episode 1, and number 3 is episode 2. Holy crap, McDonald's reference. That's the varsity jacket he wore in the McDonald's ads. It kind of looks like my varsity jacket. It's the same colors. I'll show you guys eventually if you ask when I get a camera. Look at Gumball's tail. Even my cat's tail isn't that bad. She's actually grooming it right now. Here. Say hi. I don't know if you guys could hear that. She doesn't meow very much, so. What is he doing? What? What is this guy? I'm just gonna play it. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm just gonna play it. Okay, so he just said, I think he's cheating on me with other people. This is a really interesting episode, huh? It's funny. It's really funny. I pause it a lot of times because it's just funny. But this is a real interesting. I can't speak. This is a real interesting plot for brothers. You know, the internet loves to see this though. This is just gonna get the shippers more insane. Yeah, it's like my cat when it sees like my friends come over. Oh no, dude, he's about to take advice from Leonard Daniels. I would never take advice from Leonard Daniels. Look at Leonard Daniels. What is his job? I know he had a job before. Was it Rainbow Factory? Either way, I would never take advice from this guy. Look at him. Alright, so that was a really good episode. I think it was really funny. I think you should go watch it. I think I'll rate it a 9 out of 10. In my rankings, I realized that I ranked the burger a 10 out of 10, and I don't think that's accurate. Its new rating is a 7 out of 10, and that makes the distance number 1 on the leaderboard. Alright, well, on to the next. Richard has photographic memory triggered by taste. I don't really have commentary for this episode because I'm trying to go fast because this video's taken like way longer than I thought to come out. I thought, you know, I could watch the whole season, but then it's been taking longer than expected, so I'm kind of speed running these episodes. Okay, so a basic synopsis is Granny JoJo is coming over for dinner, right? Nicole wants Richard to ask about the thing. He doesn't know what the thing is, so he's using photographic memory so far to figure out what it is. Hold on, watch the animation on this. That's kind of fire animation, is it not? Hold on, look at this animation now. Look at the shading, dude. All this stuff looks sweet. Look at Richard, man. He looks omnipotent. Alright, so I think that was a pretty good episode. Basically, the thing was to ditch the kids and Granny JoJo and have a dinner with Nicole only as a de-stressor. I think it was an 8 out of 10 episode. The animation was really pretty. I feel like it was the best animation in the series so far. And it was on a Richard episode. And Richard episodes are always funny, just like The Job. So, I think that 8 out of 10 puts it at number 2 in the rankings. Show the rankings right now. Let's slide on over to the next episode. Why did they both run like that? Don't throw up the one with just Principal Brown. Cut that out. Just throw up the one with both them running. Like this. Who is this guy? Mr. Potato Head, except with, like, way more holes than Mr. Potato Head should have. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I already know people are going crazy over this. I already know people are simping over that. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Why did they do this? Why would they do this? You know, that reminds me of when everybody would draw Gumball and Darwin as humans, and I didn't like it because they're not humans. And half the art would look exactly like this. They're probably referencing it, but half the art is just this. I don't want anybody to say hear me out. Not one person. Not one person, bro. Bro, Molly is so boring. She's going on about her poem. I'm about to fall asleep because of her poem, bro. She's talking about some gray sock. Dude. What? I bet I could write a better poem. Not gonna do it. This video's already late. But I bet I could. Yo, the superintendent is swole as hell. What? Her whole poem is about gray. I gotta be able to write something better than that, right? Yo, that was boring. I know it's so in Molly's character, but she is so boring. That's why she got wiped out of existence in the first place. Alright, so if I'm not wrong, this is the first time we've seen Penny. We saw him in the last episode. Carrie, Banana Joe, my goat, Julius, Ocho, Cactus, Carmen. Duh. Actually, I don't know the egg's names. I think it's like, I know one of them is Colin. I know that's Hot Dog Guy. First time seeing him. There's Claire. I don't know who that could be William. I mean, I think that's not because there's gray and blue around it. Actually, that could be Seats. That could be William. And there's Tina. And there's Terry. I think she was in the last episode. I have no idea who this guy is. Who is this guy? And I think he was in one of the background character episodes. Green Gummy Bear. Oh, there's Sarah. Bro, the fan. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, I think that so far this is the worst Gumball song. The other Gumball songs are really good. This isn't something that's like gonna be on any top 5 lists, at least if you have the same taste in music as I do. Hey, it's this kid. He speaks weird. I forgot his name though. I know he's a pizza kid. Yo, Juan, watch this. Bro, why is Alan twerking on his girlfriend, bro? Well, why? Whoa. Can we get a replay on that? They just did the reference to the what's his name? Super Hot Fire in the just play both of them side by side, I guess, maybe. And there's a scene of Principal Brown throwing it back. I'm not gonna replay that one. Mostly because I don't want to rewatch that one. Alright, so I thought that was a pretty entertaining episode. The only real, like, big negative for me is that Darwin had literally, like, 3 seconds of screen time. 5 max. But anyways, I think that was about a 7 out of 10 episode, so we're just gonna go ahead and put the rankings up right now. Alright, on to the next one. Oh, hell no, they Cyclops Gumball. Does anybody get that reference? Put up the Cyclops Infinity War comic if you can find the panel. You know, comic panels are hard to find online. I feel like this is an elite frame. We're gonna show off this animation. Elite animation. Here we go. That was pretty good. Now, to me, that was pretty good. Alright, so they're doing the log shop right now. Not really, but kind of. Dude, I went on one roller coaster. My mom tricked me into going on a roller coaster. She said it was gonna be slow. It was not slow. This is a fast roller coaster. It was Hagrid's ride. Hagrid's motorcycle adventure, something like that at Universal. That was the most scared I've ever been, I think. Dude, I was screaming the whole time. I hate roller coasters. I realize I didn't commentate much, but I really liked that episode, and I was kind of locked into the episode, so that's my bad. I think that was a strong 9 out of 10. I don't think we've reached a actual 10 out of 10 yet. But, I think that's the new number 1 on the rankings. Clap it up. Hooray! Yeah. On to the next episode. I don't think this would work, I'm gonna be real. I mean, Terry is a hypochondriac, and Joe, I feel like he's germy. If we're being real, I feel like Joe is a dirty guy. Honestly, I really have no complaints, but Hot Dog Guy doesn't have a personality, and Sarah has too much of one. So maybe it would work. Yo, this dude is so conceited. Leslie and Leslie? Call Leslie Dennis Rodman. Yo. Yo, I didn't even know he could do that. What? I wonder how many times he's done that. There's no way that stupid rock is actually predicting things. By the way, hot dog and ice cream, I would not eat that combo. I mean, ice cream after, but not together. They're separate things. Whoa, Alan, I thought you were a good guy. What's going on here? Whoa, what? Wait, did Alan and Carmen break up? Am I missing something? Okay, see, that's just not. I don't know what's going on in this episode anymore. Why is this frame the one that's on screen right now? What is this guy doing? What? Look at this frame, bro. Come on. Yo! Lob City, Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan, Darwin and Tina. Okay, see, this has got to be wrong because Darwin would never leave Carrie. If I'm being real, that took like 5 seasons to build up. There's no way they're just wiping it. Look at this thing. What? See, this is fake. This has to be fake. Look, Alan would never leave Carmen. Probably. No, this is fake. And also, how is Hector in school? Someone slimed Tobias out. Someone do Tobias in, bro. Gumball already did him in, actually. When he vomited on his face. What? Bro! What is that? What is that? I'm speechless. He just got wiped out of existence. Replay that. Alright, so that was about one of the most entertaining yet confusing episodes that I've ever seen from Gumball. And since we're speed running, let's just run through it, list up, on to the next. Okay, this is Gumball's bloodline. Is that Mr. Cornell's great-great-grandparent? Look at the inside of Richard. I know those are supposed to be past demons, but like, what are they made of? Are they flesh? Well, where's Richard's brain? Whatever, I'm looking too deep into this. It's so hot in my room right now. It's not my room. It's so hot in the recording room. It's like 90 degrees. It's so hot here. And you're like, oh, well, it's not actually hot. I live in Arizona. It's hot for me. I'm so used to being cold I can't commentate. It's so hot. So I'm gonna assume this is a Pepe meme face reference. Man, that meme is old. Honestly, Tobias is my reaction to what's going on right now. I have no idea why Richard's trying to... Well, I do have an idea of why Richard's trying to be a cheerleader because I watched the episode, but like, yeah, Tobias pretty much encapsulates what I'm feeling right now. And Richard's throwing it back. Oh no. Yeah, you guys can have this frame. You can have that. To be honest, I don't know whether I'm more impressed with Richard or Gumball and Darwin. Their skulls are caved in right now, but they were impressive before. So to be honest, wasn't anything crazy for a Gumball episode, but it was still pretty good. So here's the list, on to the next. Molly is so boring she makes time freeze. That's crazy. Well, actually, it's not too crazy because she did get wiped out of existence from her sheer amount of boringness. But time freezing? They just did the fusion dance. So, is the fusion dance Gumwin or Darball? Which one is the fusion dance and which one is the Patara earrings? Because Vegito, which doesn't make sense to me, because Vegeta, I get that, right? Veg. And then how is Ito Goku? I mean, there's Kakarot and there's Goku, right? The Ito isn't in either of them. It's not in Goku or Kakarot. Vegeta is fine because it's veg. Ito doesn't make sense. And Gogeta, that also makes sense because Jita for Vegeta and then Go for Goku. But Vegito doesn't. That's why Gogeta is better anyways. Gogeta is the best fusion
argue with a wall, because it's just undisputed to me. Yo! Darwin's a waterbender, which makes complete sense, and Gumball's a firebender. There's no way they lose to Tina. There just isn't a way. Well, I mean, I guess since this is a cartoon, they're probably still gonna lose for the funny. But like, look at that. I don't even know why they're doing this one. Yo! What? So I actually didn't go into that episode expecting much. It was a great surprise. It was really good. I think it was the best in the season so far, which, you know, I think a lot of the episodes are great, so that's pretty, it's a pretty good thing for them to do. Well, like I kind of spoiled, we have a new number 1, so let's put up the rankings and get on to the next episode. Before we get into this one, I want to address, like, not commentating as much over the more recent episodes. For one, it's hot, right? Not really an excuse, but I just want to let you guys know because I really am hot. But for 2, I really don't want to get copyright struck, so I've been kind of shortening the reactions so that I can just get into one big thing at the end, right? And say what I love and what I didn't love about this season. Not that I didn't love much, because honestly, I've been happy with this season. I've been kind of liking this season, you know. Anyways, on to the reactions. Hey, look, there's Frankie. That's his name, right? Dude, I'm so washed. This show has been gone for so long. I'm starting to forget the character names. No, it can't be. Also, this is one of the most action-packed episodes so far, which, you know, that's cool. Look at Gumball's face, dude. Look at Gumball. Yeah, this is literally me right now. I know I've said this like 3 times, but today it's so hot. That was me hitting the bed. I record on a bed. How many times have I said that in videos? Can somebody count? I am so hot. Anyways, this is actually me. This is more accurate. Miss Simeon canonically invented fire in this universe. That's kind of cool. I do offer a sincere apology if you wanted a in-depth and eloquent reaction, but I can't really do that right now, so we'll just have to shoot for the good, like, overall reaction at the end, and have these mini reactions in between, you know, just mini episode reviews, which I thought this one was pretty good, by the way. That wasn't a top 3 episode, but it was a pretty good episode, so put up the rankings, and let's go to the next one. It's the next day from when I was recording yesterday, and I said it was hot. This is how I feel right now, because it's not 90 degrees, it's 91, a whole degree above. Doesn't sound like much, but it's so hot. So it looks like this episode is about TikTok. That's interesting. What is Terry doing? I don't think this is a good frame for Terry. You know, Terry barely gets any screen time, and that was her screen time of the season. That was it. That's all we're gonna see of her. If Sarah eats that ice cream, is that cannibalism? So why is Darwin the one doing this trend? Wait a second. Is Jared... Zoom in on Jared. Why was Jared mewing, bro? And why was Darwin doing that? Like and subscribe! You know what they've been saying a lot in this episode? They've been saying like and subscribe, so if you could do that, that'd be great. Thank you. Alright, so I liked that episode. I thought the ending was pretty clever with all the parents joining. Well, not like clever, but like, you know, I thought it made sense. It was a pretty good ending to me. So that wasn't like top of the charts, but it was in the mid tier, so let's put up the rankings and to go on to the next one. No, Darwin, don't bring the tiny fedora to the party. Please, Darwin, don't do it. They are higher than a kite. Well, that's pretty cliche. They're higher than a plane. It's like they're higher than a UFO. I don't know, man. What is going on? Why is this an acid trip episode? This is a great episode. I really like this episode. I like the art style switch up. That's one of my favorite things that Gumball does, is switch the art style sometimes. I always love when they do that. It's usually a pretty good art style. What is going on? Why does Tobias have a waifu? So I really suggest you watch the episode for yourself, because I think that was the best episode of the season. It was confusing at times, but it was an acid trip episode, so I don't believe it was meant to be coherent, you know? I like the art style switch up, as I said prior.
But like I said, it's probably the best episode of the season. So put up the rankings. On to the next. See, Darwin would never leave Carrie, especially not for Tina. I'm gonna be real. I would rather have a Darwin-Carrie type relationship than Penny Gumball because they're way too lovey for me. There's no frame where this needs to happen. Yeah, I don't know which frame is worse. I just really like the lighting on this. I might be overglazing the animation, but I think it's way better than in the rest of the seasons. Maybe I just haven't watched the old seasons too recently. I really like the animation on this season. Look at my goat. He would never leave Carrie for Tina. He's so love-struck. Yo, she just said if the note is more important than the lesson, it must be shared with class. I'd rather jump out of the window. I would have jumped out of the window. Hell no. He's so cooked. He's so cooked. I hope my boy can make it out, because it is not looking good for him right now. So Rocky says no running in the hallways, right? Is Carrie running in the hallways if she doesn't have legs? She's flying, yeah, but it's not running. If she flies at a certain speed, does that constitute the kicking of the rule or not? Because if it's me, flying at a certain speed isn't like prohibited because there's no speed limit in school, technically. There's just no running. But she's not running. I actually have no idea why I went on that tangent. No! 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 Why out of every body to possess, Carrie possessed Gumball? Why? How long is Gumball's neck? Does he have a neck? I feel like, no, he definitely has a neck. Yeah, he has a neck. Yeah, so they just mentioned what would happen after their wedding day, if Gumball was the possessed body. That's not... I don't like that, guys. I don't really... That doesn't take away that. I like this episode. Let's save it for the review, I guess. You know, despite the whole, kissing thing, it was a really good episode. I think it was my favorite episode of the season. Now, I might be biased, but this is my list, so it doesn't matter if I'm biased, for one, right? And I might be biased because this is my GOAT Darwin, it is his episode, so, you know, I could be biased. But it doesn't matter, because this is my list, and this is number 1. Go ahead and put up the rankings. 3, 2, 1, and go on to the next. Is this blue or black? Or white and gold? That's what they said. They're doing the reference. So the dress looks blue and black to me. Put it on screen. Oh. Man, NIU's made a device that could, make plants talk. That's pretty intelligent if you ask me. Wish somebody did that. No, I don't wish somebody did that in real life. I don't want to understand dogs and cats and stuff. That's a lot of voices. I don't want to be hearing all that. Why is Richard's stomach so intelligent? It just beat Anais and chess. Look, the evil clown has his own TV show. I wonder what it's about. Maybe it's about a murder. Look, there's Love Island. Yeah. I'm never gonna watch that show, by the way. Okay, so the stomach just spit whatever that is out. What is that? Why did the stomach spit that out? What is that? That's so gross. Okay, so it turns out it's belly button fluff, but it's still really gross that you just sprayed it out. Okay, so someone's gonna have to explain to me what this is, because that is also coming out of his stomach. What? That looks disgusting. That looks like snot. I guess it's stomach acid. Which is weird that he can expel stomach acid. Okay, so overall it was a pretty decent episode. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. This sadly does break the #1 streak that we had going. But, you know, it's a pretty good mid-tier episode. Rankings up. Let's dip. That's my goat. What? Howard? That's my goat. He's running away, but he's doing it with a smile. See, they're dumping him in ice cold water and trying to waterboard him. However, he is a fish. Okay, I actually don't have an answer for this one because the water should be boiling, and that should be pretty uncomfortable for a fish. They dumped him out of a plane. Well, he's a fish with legs. He could probably grow wings if he wanted to, maybe. I don't know. Okay, he's in a bomb field now. This Darwin arc is kind of goated, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, that's my goat. That's my goat. How much is that? I'm not calculating that. Someone else calculate that, because I'm not doing it. Hey, he cut a fly with chopsticks? The reflexes on my goat is insane. Look at my goat, beating all of his oppositions. Well, they're technically part of his team, but look at that. Look how strong my goat is. Look at my goat did all that, and with a smile on his face. Also, he just launched a mace into, like, the stratosphere. Hey, so, I guess he didn't launch the mace into the stratosphere. It's here, in the lawyer's office. I love these polygonal animals. Well, to me, it sounds like Nicole has laser vision. At least from the sound effect that's been playing. There we go. It sounds like we're gonna get a good gumball song this season. Not like the stupid song from the butt. But, this one isn't over yet, so it could ruin itself, I guess. But it doesn't sound pretty... why did I, like, combine it doesn't sound bad with it sounds pretty good? Either way, it sounds like both of those. Not bad and pretty good. Yeah, the song is pretty good. The song is actually, probably, like, top 10, maybe top 20, maybe top 10. Well, no, probably top 15. At least top 15. And yes, by the way, I do have rankings. I'm not going to show them, but I do have rankings. Number 1 is Goodbye. That is the best one. I actually really liked that episode. I thought it was pretty cute, and it was around the top tier episode. So we're back. We're so back. We're so back in the top tier. So put up the rankings and let's slide over to the next one. We're so close to being done. She's back. The Yuki Slayer is back. And with the Yuki Slayer comes Yuki, I suppose. That looks really good. That looks really, really good. I'm gonna go eat soon, I will. But wow. She's going Super Saiyan. I know, I barely commentated and I'm really sorry. I do apologize. But I am so hungry. And this whole episode was about food. I don't know why, but it was, so I couldn't commentate. I really thought that was a good episode. It was enjoyable. I like the callbacks to the other episodes. I like the rekindling of the Yuki and Nicole rivalry, and I really like the way that mac and cheese looked. Anyways, here's the list, and let's go to the next episode. Is that Rocky? This episode's about a heat wave. This would have been much more appropriate yesterday and the day before that when I was saying it was 90 degrees. It's actually like 70 degrees today, so that's pretty nice. It's not that hot. I have a fan next to me today. Look at it. It's not plugged in. That's the fan. That's why it's not on, because it messes with the mic. And that's why I didn't have it on yesterday. But I do have it today. So that's nice. Why am I talking about that? This episode's about a heat wave, I guess. Look, I know you can't see him right now, but I really liked Mr. Robinson's animation. Look at him. I think they retextured him, if I'm not wrong. Because he looks more like my couch. It's got the little spots on him over there. See all that stuff? And then the inside is kind of fuzzy without the spots. It looks like it's textured like my couch. So Margaret just died, but she kind of deserved that. I don't know if it was intentional, but that accursed number is there. Look at this stupid cursed number. It's on this episode. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's there. Why is Margaret being civil about this? I don't know, man. I feel like that's not in character for her. Look at her face. She's got to be playing them or something. Someone doesn't just turn around. Someone pure evil doesn't just turn around and become remorseful out of nowhere. Look at her face. I don't know, man. I just feel like this wouldn't be her reaction. Why is she acting like this? I've harped on this point multiple times, but this doesn't make sense. Okay, I guess there's the catch. She kind of just wants them dead. There we go. There's the Margaret I know. I was just harping on a nothing point. Dude, they just shed their skin. Damn, I didn't know Mr. Robinson was rich like that. And also, sometimes I forget Rocky is his son. Oh, I knew that was Rocky. Rocky looks rough. It was a pretty good episode. I mean, it would have been more relatable yesterday, so I wish I did watch it yesterday. But, I didn't, so
yeah, it's just pretty good right now. So let's just put up the list and go on to the next episode.
What is Richard doing, man? What is this? Why are there 3 of the same guy? Isn't that guy from the future?
I just really like this frame. That's the only reason I paused it.
Oh boy, here we go. They're divorcing. They're divorcing, and she's leaving Daniel for her yoga instructor. I think her name is Mary. That's Nicole's parents' names, probably. I don't know. That sure is timing. I mean, they are pretty old.
Bro, look at this dude.
If this was my family photo, I think I'd be pretty upset, cause it's not family. Well, that's a frame that I wanted to show off. I have no idea what's going on anymore, but I do like the lighting though. There's 3 shades of him. The bright lighting, the not as bright one, and the dark one. See, they've all got it. I like that. You know, that was a pretty good episode, and there was a lot going on in that episode. You're just gonna have to watch it, cause there was a ton going on, dude.
And you know what? Even though that episode was pretty good, it wasn't anything standout, so it is gonna have to take kind of a hit on the rankings. But that's just because the other episodes are like really good, like better than this one. And that's no diss on this episode. This episode was still pretty good.
Let's just put up the list and move on.
This is the source of his rock wall trauma. I'd probably be traumatized too if I got pantsed in front of the whole class. Good thing I'm not in school anymore. That could never happen to me ever.
I actually have no idea why this is happening. I actually have no idea why they did a Queen cutaway gag at all.
This robot is kind of sick though.
Mr. Small literally bored this guy to the brink of death. Gumball is dying because Mr. Small is so boring. He out-boring to Molly? Is that a word? Boring to? Why did he do that? That was out of nowhere. I promise you it was out of nowhere.
Gumball, come on, bro. What?
Oh, he climbed the wall. Well, that was an interesting episode. It wasn't like top tier. It was a second to last episode. And with that, there is only one singular episode that could possibly take away the #1 spot from the letter. Will the last episode do that? I don't know. So let's see right now. Wait. Put up the list. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's see now. Here we are on the last episode. The Amadan? No, Amadan would make more sense. I am illiterate apparently. Anyways, if you've been here for the whole video, then thank you. This video took so long to make. It took multiple days, and I didn't expect that actually. I was like, yeah, I'll watch Gumball, and it'll take me like 2 days max. I underestimated how long 20 episodes was, and the editing. Even though the editing, I know it's not like the most amazing editing anybody's ever seen, but I did try. So, anyways, if you've been here, thank you for watching for this long. You know, I do love myself a Gumball Penny family beef episode. Those are some of my favorite episodes. So this might take #1, but I also do love myself a Darwin Carey episode. So far it's looking good. She looks like a cashew. No. Cashew is the curvy one. A walnut? The inside of a walnut? It's like wrinkly and it's like lumpy and is that the walnut? I don't know. I don't know nuts, man. I'm not a nut knower. No, see, I would be scared too. I'd be very scared actually. Well, if I had a nickel for every time Gumball's been put in a bag by a aggressive individual, I'd have 2 nickels, I think. I'm gonna count him as an aggressive individual, even though I'm pretty sure the twist is gonna be that he isn't. But this is pretty aggressive to do. I don't care what the twist is. I think I'd have 2 nickels. Maybe he's gotten kidnapped more than twice. The other one's by Ocho, by the way. And there you go, the non-aggressiveness thing. He kind of just BTA'd him in like 30 hits in a second. Whoa, what? Holy, they all took off their shells. That's not the twist I was expecting. Oh, dude, one of them's a cool S, and also there's the grandma and whatever. But there's a flying dolphin, like Tron Cat. Yeah, I'm awesome, and I, can't say that. Oh, wait, there's a cat there too. Just like Tron Cat. Dude, that's Patrick. And there it was, the final episode. It was a really good episode. It was indeed top 2. However, it was not number 1. Darwin and Carrie's episode stays number 1 throughout the whole season. So I guess I promised a more eloquent review at the end, so here we go. I know I just said the review was going to be eloquent. It's not going to be. If we're being real, it's not going to be eloquent. But I will say, that animation glaze was warranted. That animation, I feel like they upped the budget because the animation was immaculate this season. In my opinion, it was really good. My favorite part was the shading, obviously, the lighting. Like, I kept bringing that up, I feel like, just because I really did like the lighting. They didn't do much, like, music, but the 2 songs that they did do, one of them was bad, which was the one from the butt, and the other one was pretty good, which is the one from the wrinkle. The humor to me, like, it was really good, to be honest. It just felt like Gumball. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that and said they lean too much. I know a lot of people don't agree with that and said they lean too much in with the references. But to me, for one, they always did that, right? And also, I feel like they didn't really lean too much in with the references. I felt like there was an appropriate amount. Maybe it was just me not getting the references, though. And as for the negatives, I don't really have any, to be honest with you. I don't really have any negatives. So, yeah, I think that's about it for the whole thing. I'm done watching. I did my review. So, I guess we can outro. I've been working on this video for days, you know? It's just weird to be over, I guess. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that because I put like 4 days into this. But also, if you want me to watch literally anything else, I probably will, unless it would get me banned off of YouTube and stuff. But if you want to see me watch anything else or do anything else, then just comment it and I'll probably do it. There's like a 90% chance I will. Yeah, that's it then. Alright, yeah, thanks for watching, especially this long video. Yeah, really, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.